At first, it never feels like a big deal. $5 here, $12 there. A quick coffee before work. A lunch delivery because you are tired. A subscription you forgot about. And then, one day, you look at your bank account and wonder how your money disappeared when you were trying so hard to be careful. That was Maya. She was doing what a lot of people in the US do every single day. She had a 9-to-5 job, a credit card with a balance, rent that felt too high, and a constant feeling that her paycheck arrived and left too fast. Nothing about her life looked wild or irresponsible. In fact, it looked normal. She worked hard, she paid her bills, she even told herself she was being pretty good with money. But her money kept slipping through small cracks. It started on a Monday morning. Maya was rushing out the door, already late, and stopped at a coffee shop near her apartment. $6.40 for a latte. Not a huge purchase, just a little treat to make the day easier. By the time she got to work, she had already forgotten it. That was the problem. Most people do not lose money in one giant moment. They lose it in moments so small they feel harmless. A streaming app, a food delivery fee, a lunch out because the office kitchen is empty, a ride share because it is raining, a new shirt because the old one looks tired. Each choice feels reasonable alone, but together they become a monthly pattern. And patterns are expensive. Maya noticed it again when her credit card statement came in. She expected the usual, but the number hit harder than she wanted it to. She had spent more than she thought, and not on anything dramatic. It was the little things, the easy things, the tired things, the I deserve this things. So she did what a lot of us do. She opened her banking app, stared at the number for a minute, and promised herself she would be better next month. Next month came fast. The rent was due, her phone bill came out, her car insurance pulled from her account. A few subscriptions renewed without warning. Then came groceries, which somehow seemed more expensive every time she went. She had every intention of saving, but saving always seemed to happen after life was paid for. And life, for most people, eats first. That is where lifestyle creep sneaks in. When Maya first got her job, she was proud of simple things. She packed lunch. She used free apps. She did not care about fancy upgrades. But after a raise, and then a few more months of doing well, her spending quietly grew with her income. Better coffee, more takeout, a nicer phone plan, more convenience, more comfort, less friction. It did not feel like overspending. It felt like progress. But progress without intention can become pressure. One night, Maya sat at her kitchen table with her laptop open, and all her recent transactions spread across the screen. Every little expense had a story. The coffee was for energy. The lunch was for time. The subscription was for relaxation. The online order was because she was stressed. None of it was evil. But none of it was invisible anymore either. That is when the story changed. She did not try to become a perfect money person overnight. She did something much more realistic. She started asking a simple question before each purchase. Do I want this, or do I just want relief? That question hit hard, because so many money decisions are not really about the item. They are about the feeling. Once Maya understood that, she stopped fighting her money problem like it was a math issue alone. She started seeing it as a habit issue, and habits can be changed. She began small. She made coffee at home 3 days a week. She packed leftovers for lunch. She canceled 2 subscriptions she barely used. She set 1 automatic transfer into savings right after payday, even if it was only $25. That was the real turning point. People think wealth building starts with huge income. Sometimes it starts with stopping the leak. Maya also looked at the hidden costs of convenience. Delivery fees, interest on the credit card, small app charges, monthly subscriptions that stacked up like background noise. And once she saw that, she could not unsee it. A few weeks later, she checked her account again. The balance was not perfect. Her life was not suddenly easy. She was still paying rent, still managing bills. But for the first time in a long time, her money had a little breathing room. And breathing room changes how you think. Financial freedom is not always built in giant leaps. Sometimes it is built in the space between one small purchase and the next.